All right, mate. Yeah, sorry for the late reply. I seen your message, but I was on the phone. Couldn't get off the phone. Yeah, Diego. Well, I've already started accumulating Diego. I think I'm up. I think I'm probably up 30% or something. Yeah, so I think I'm probably up 30% or something. That's a rough guess. But I'm just looking. Like, I want to buy more myself. I'm I'm glad you asked about this coin, because I actually looked at it earlier, but I never really focused on it to get a good look at it. Of course, you can see my alerts down here. I've got two alerts down there, but I like to I like to put on down here on the double bottom. Load the boat, because the double bottom is very important. Now we could flush through that, but if it comes up, load the boat. It's coming into an extremely important time in the market, because there's a potential of a stop hunt. Buying at a double bottom down here is not a bad position to have. If you had a full entry on an average cost of a double bottom down here, you'd be laughing come the next bull market. It may still go down, worst case scenario, I don't know, 50% from there. Let's just look at that to see if you had a double bottom there. What price would you be for down 50%? Let's see. Sorry, yeah, 98%. Like, see, that's the thing. You buy a double bottom and it still could drop down to 98% down. Then you would be 50% down or something. I would be loading up on the bottom here. If this got to a double bottom, I would load up. If it went lower, well, I'm gonna have to try and work it and buy more. But I like this chart. I like the structure of it. You can see how it's rounding almost, not rounding just yet, but there's a few important things that I do like about it. I like this sort of structure here. And it may, like you can see here, this is in the next year, but that's okay. That's what investing is all about. Accumulating the dips and waiting until you break these major trend lines. But down here, we are already in the accumulation zone, right? This is accumulation. This is obviously distribution the whole way down. But we have now started the bottoming phase. Even if this does flush to new lows, it's likely to be doing something like that. Okay, so I think if we do flush, it's a gift. I know that this is zero here, so don't mind the drawing. It's just a rough drawing, whatever. But I like the moving averages on it. I like the structure. I like the if you actually look at this, it's almost like a how do you want to put it? An Adam and Eve that is slanted Adam and Eve. Now, a lot of people would say, "Oh, you can't do a pattern like that." But believe me, like you can see that right there. To me, this is an Adam and Eve pattern, and most traders, and if you read a textbook, they would tell you that's not an Adam and Eve, and you're doing it all wrong. But I've stared at charts for thousands and tens of thousands of hours. And obviously been trading for 15 years, and I've seen these patterns before, and I like these patterns. And it's basically an Adam and Eve pattern. It's basically a giant Adam and Eve pattern. And the way to measure it is you take the depth of there and you move it to the breakout point, and then that'll give you a target for your pattern. But if you do break out to this, there's a very good chance that you break up to here, and you might get the pullback, but eventually, this could go a lot higher. Longer term. Now, on my other monitor, I'm looking at Diego on CoinMarketCap, and it is ranked number 631, and its market cap is only 20 million. These are the perfect coins that can run to maybe 500 million in a bull run in an alt season, because this is a Binance Launchpad after all. So if we do drop 50% from here, the market cap's obviously going to drop as well. And you can see back down here, the double bottom is a 60, well, it's actually almost a 65% drop down to double bottom. But I still like it for a buy here. I am tempted to buy more here, but you always need to be prepared to average down and buy more. I know that's not easy, but good money management, and obviously have well, we don't have a crystal ball, but well, I was going to say, you need patience in it, but like the thing is, there is the chance that the bottom, we've already missed the bottom, right? That's a possibility. We don't have a crystal ball. That's why I wanted to accumulate a decent amount of crypto. But if we do go down to new lows, well, then I will have to start loading up and trying to get my averages right down. Now there's another chart. Like if I go to XLM here, now it may and may not be what I'm looking for. A 3-day chart. No, hold on. Yeah, okay, I found it. So XLM here now. It's not as good as I wanted it to be, or as I remembered. Yeah, it's not like I remember it being a little bit of an Adam and Eve type pattern as well. You could call this, see this V shape here, and you take the depth of that, and you move that to the breakout point right here. Obviously, we went way higher than that, but you can see what actually happened. It is a little bit of it's a kind of a V shape, and then you get this rounding nature to it, and it's almost like an Adam and Eve, but it's a slanted Adam and Eve pattern, of course. But Diego was very, very similar, and we are, I would say right here on Diego. It feels like that. I mean, if we get one more flush down here, I personally think it's a gift. But if you had bought, even if you had bought right here, right, and that's on a bounce into the blue 50 moving average. If you had bought right there, and then obviously if it flushed in new lows, well, I'm going to buy more here. And then if you're lucky enough, and it's lucky, it's a gift. If you flush the lows for the third time again, well, you just have to buy more. You just really have to just buy more and get that average right down. This first entry is obviously a good entry, but these are gifts, right? These are gifts, right? So Diego was in a similar position right now. Well, for the record, if you manage to get your entry there on the middle, right? Luckily, capitalized on the dips, and is it the biggest mover in the coin and all the coins? It's not. But is a 15x pretty good? And you're not going to catch all the 15x, but if it gets to a 10x, it's obviously good to take very good profits. But you can kind of see in here and around double top. Can you see it there? I mean, you get into a double top up there, and you're talking a 6x at least. Now, if we go back to Diego, you can kind of see. Now, if I do this as well, you can see, because if they scrunch the chart up a little bit, because there'll be a bottoming process here, and then the move up, and the chart will shrink down. So it does look very, very similar to XLM, right? And if you do buy here on the blue 50, as I talked about, the blue 50 moving average, it's not that bad of a buy. But if you are lucky enough to get a dip to new lows like XLM did, well, that's a gift, okay? And if it does dip again to, so say we did roll over, that's a gift. And if it bounces and fails and you get one more low, before moving off, well, then your third buy below this previous low here is a second gift, right? And then obviously you have a very good average price. And even if you could get your average right down there, I mean, you're bloody laughing, And I don't know if you can get the average down there or not, but you can see where it is. If you get your average right there, it's a 25x back up to the highs here. That would make it a 400 million market cap, and maybe 500 million. Actually, it would not make it that much. You can see here, it's an 8x. That would be close to a 200 million market cap or whatever. Into double top here, it'd be less than 200 million market cap, okay, which is probably very achievable. So sorry for the long video, but it's a coin that I really like, and it's a coin that I'm accumulating myself. For me personally, I may be up 30% here, but I want this to roll over again. Now, did we measure? I'm not sure if we actually measured the drop. Down 91%, and it was down, oh bloody hell, don't know how I missed that coin when it was down 97%. Unbelievable. Yeah, I am up, but I bought it in this cluster here somewhere. But if you see anything like that down 97%, a launch pad, oh my god. I know it's hard in the moment to catch it because there's 300 and something coins, so it's very, it's very easy to miss these. But that's what I'm saying. If we are gifted by the crypto gods to get a double bottom down here, that is a buy. And if you can see why I've got an alert even above this, because, and I might move this up slightly. If we, if we do get another flush down here somewhere, it is a buy. Is this going to drop more than 97%? Not many coins actually do drop more than 97%. It is possible. So I've completely forgot about your question in Bond and Wing. So let's just look at it here. Now I don't think that it's going to do what Bond done. I could be wrong. Like, of course, maybe I shouldn't say that because all of these coins have the potential to do what Bond done. They are small market caps. Bond is now up to a $55 million market cap, and you can see it's bounced off there. So it it's at least doubled. So it was down in the $20 million market cap down here as well, and this is down at a $20 million market cap. Launch pads have not taken off yet, and it's very normal for launch pads to not get hot yet. I always remember launch pads drifting and taking a long time to get hot. But once they actually get hot, and do you know when they're going to get hot? When Binance starts to launch a new launch pad again, because they've not done it in months and months and months. So people forget about launch pads right now. But as soon as Binance, the market starts to bottom and they start to launch more launch pads, well, it's they're all going to start to skyrocket. They're all going to start to go move very fast. So, I think it's good to have some sort of accumulation and be prepared to add lower. Now, Wing as well. Wing's a very interesting one, and I can't really fit it onto the chart here, but you're right though. It's a great comparison. Wing and Diego. Like, it's got a big spike here and it's got the drift lower, and once you break, sorry, let me change that to a 3-day. So you can see the 3-day. Now, when the red 200 moving average formed on the chart, what happened? Well, it spiked, it bottomed and spiked into it. Now, very, very soon, we are going to form a 3-day 200 moving average on Diego. And what do you think is going to happen? It probably is going to spike, right? So you're probably on it. It probably is going to spike. I see it, we see it over and over and over again. When the red 200 forms, you get movement into it and spiking. And if it's a low liquidity coin, you can get crazy spikes. At the moment, it has had a bearish monthly stop hunt, as you can see up here. So, the crypto gods are. I'm praying to them that this actually rolls over, gives us one more flush. We just had a new 2-week candle, and it is red. If we could get a bit of a move down to retest the lows, would be great. It's still holding up fairly strong, so you definitely can't knock it yet, but it's doing its thing. It's had to move up. My hope that it has one more red candle down, right? That's what I would like. Another flush lower eventually. That doesn't have to happen, but as you pointed out, Wing and Bond, these things can spike pretty crazy. So I just realized that this is 13 minutes. So to be honest, I'll probably just make another shorter video. But it's good to try and look a bit deeper into coins. For me, I think it's fantastic. It looks great. It is in a daily apex now. Sometimes you break up out of this, and sometimes it'll continue on, for a lengthy, long period of time, before truly breaking up later. And that's what I'm saying. It's very difficult to know when it's actually going to pop. Personally, I hope it continues for a longer period of time, because that will allow for accumulation. That will hopefully allow for some dips. But I'm not taking any chances. I'm in this, and I'm tempted to buy more today, to be honest. But as I mentioned, if we get anywhere near these lows right down here, if we get below these lows, it's an absolute gift. But if we get back down to a double bottom area down here, this area here down here is an absolute gift.